All right, hey there, viewers. So, got a 2016 Honda Fit. Sold vehicle, not by our dealership, but a Lexus dealership. It is the thing, I don't know why other dealerships can't diagnose or repair off-make vehicles, because we do a ton of off-make vehicles. We got like a Ford Bronco right back there. But yeah, I don't get it. It's like any other car, you know, just as long as you have shop manuals, which, you know, dealerships should have, you know, pro demand, all data, stuff like that, so they can work on other cars, because, you know, the more you can work on, the more money your company can make, right? And then the more money that your flat rate techs can make as well. So this customer's complaint, Lexus dealership, rattling noise on startup. That's a simple, it's just the VTC actuator, you know, rattles away. That's, you know, common thing on these Honda Fits. The other thing is that, you know, I don't know, because it has like a quick loops oil change sticker on top of that, and it's not due for an oil change. The oil is black, and yeah, I don't know if this thing's burning oil, because that's what this thing also does too. But I'm gonna scan it for codes, because it has a hard airbag light, and that's what the other complaint is, to see what it is. Airbag light is generally the same with every manufacturer. Hyundai's are really good. They actually, when you go to live data, they actually give you the resistance value in live data of what the module is actually seeing. And you can use live data to substitute a known good resistance in sections of where the connectors are. So that's one thing I really like about Hyundai's, because of the live data for their airbag. So we're gonna smart scan this. Hondas, no, you don't get live data on airbag resistance values in live data. You basically plug in the resistance value at the connector, see if the light goes away or goes to, you know, history, and then that's it. So you just need the simulator or resistance to plug in the connectors. So we're going to see what this code is for the SRS light. So anyways, I'm using Kingbolen. Use it pretty much for everything now. Same with the shop, because my tablet gives me the blue screen of death sometimes, and it restarts itself. Those things are really old. Oh yeah, and by the way, this thing has 137,000 kilometers. So what I heard from the advisor is, the customer who bought this vehicle took the car and then went to start it, it rattled, and then they also had an airbag light on, which I'm assuming they should have done a use safety inspection on these cars before they sell these cars. So I don't know how other dealerships operate. There we go. Okay, let's report. Skip that. Skip that. Let's see. Okay, so we got a B0028-13. Open or increase resistance in the right side airbag inflator. Not to be mistaken by the right side airbag, the passenger airbag inflator. But when they say side airbag, it means this guy on the seat. This little tag that says side airbag. So don't mistake that for that airbag. It's the one on the seat. So really look up the code and see what that code is. So we can clear it, see if it comes back, but I'm pretty sure it says a current DTC. Let's go. Nope, let's go back. We'll clear DTCs and let that thing clear. See if it comes back. Then you'll know it's a hard fault. Cycle the key. And the airbag light is still on. We're gonna rescan, because it's gonna have the same code. Yeah, it came back, see? Right there. A lot of times when you get like high resistance, it's maybe a slight amount of corrosion on the pins. Usually unplugging it, plugging it back in, it goes away, which I find happens quite often. Especially like I had a 9th gen, I don't know, did I put that video up? 9th gen Civic with the driver's side airbag, first inflator, with the same high resistance, open or high resistance in the first inflator or something. And like a lot of times you take it out. The whole backside of that inflator is like rust, right? And then yeah, you it's in the pins. It's like it's you can't see it. I also had a tech line file open for that, and they literally say it's the pins. You can't see it, and then it just you replace the airbag. I'm gonna have to go grab the resistor to plug into the connector. I gotta find it, see where it is in our tool room. Yeah, same code. Same code came back. So, okay, let's go get our resistor to plug into the connector. Okay, so I don't know which connector, so I just grabbed all of them. This is the resistor or simulator, as I can, if you want to call it. I think it's just that connector. We'll see. But we're gonna be accessing this yellow wire because the other one over here would be the seatbelt switch. Pull out the key first, and let's see if I can just connect that. Oh, it's not even plugged in. What the hell? Look, I didn't even have to unclip the freaking connector. The fuck? Well, I guess there's your problem. That was kind of a waste of time. Oh, she's gonna plug it back in. Why would it be unplugged? But anyway, that's no. There, plugged in now. I mean, didn't even need a plug in a simulator. Okay. Well, anyways, yeah, if you have a code like that, this is something you would use, plug in replacement of that airbag, and then see if the light goes out for a Honda, and basically any kind of make will have this, something like this too, to narrow down where your issue is, right? Could be your airbag. If you plug it in place of the airbag and it goes away, then you know where your issue is. So, yeah. And just to show you, this is what they come in for. So, Lexus, and then the complaint, SRS light. Well, that was a waste of time. Let's see if the airbag light goes out. Oh, and it's out. Make sure I clear the codes on this. And then we'll clear DTCs. Okay. But yeah, diagnosing airbags like resistance and open circuits and stuff is not difficult. Just know where your harnesses are, right? And then know what resistance value you need, and then get the correct connector to plug into them to see, usually when they're at the correct resistance, it shuts off the airbag light. So yeah, no more codes. But yeah, I thought this was gonna be more of an interesting video, but it is what it is. But anyways, I hope this video is helpful to you guys on trying to figure out your airbag light, even though it was just unplugged. I don't know who did that, but yeah, I don't know. Other dealerships, they could have. I don't know why they don't get their techs at their dealerships to diagnose or do the repairs, because I have no problem doing a head gasket on a Lexus. There was a timing cover leak on a Lexus RX or something, right? And then our used car department took it to the Lexus dealership, which is probably this Lexus dealership, and they took it and then got them to look at the oil leak, and they were like, yeah, no fault found, because the car is still under warranty. And then so they were like, yeah, no, it's not leaking. And then we literally ran the car on the place, and we watched the oil just slowly seep out of the timing covers. And then I told the used car department, like, I'll do the timing cover. But then they weren't willing to pay for doing the repair because the car is under warranty. So they were fighting tooth and nails with the other dealership to get this oil leak or timing cover oil leak fixed. But anyways, other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, even though it's not much, but yeah. See you in the next video.